the whole concept of being obedient is in itself like a woman's issue that we've dealt with across generations. I feel like now they don't understand that, the people making the movies. So then what they're doing is just being like, oh, look, she can have a sword or whatever. That's not the point, babes. Like, that is so far from what anybody's fighting for at this point. Versus this is clearly coming from that heart space of we want to be heard and seen.
Welcome back to another episode of Reel It In. This week we are back to No, we're not back. This is our first time fishing for your favorites. It's a new series that we are so excited to launch. Tucker, tell us a little bit about what fishing for your favorites is going to be about.
I think it's really funny because the last episode we were like, welcome to Reel It In 2.0. We're going to do things a little bit differently now. And then we just straight up just did what we always do.
Well, yes.
So here it is,
Except
folks. This is it. That's true.
This is the new stuff.
This is what you've been looking for. This is what you've been waiting for. We like the new releases. We like everything that's been coming out for the most part. But what we're really interested in is going on a journey and taking y'all with us to see what are the favorite, what are the best, what are the highest class movies to the people that we hold dearest to our hearts. And I am very excited that our first guest to be talking about their favorite movie is a friend of the pod, a near dear supporter, maybe not a listener. It's the wifey. It's Brooke freaking Verbois. You want to introduce yourself, actually? You want to say your name?
Hello, everybody. It's me. I am Brooke Verbois.
Brooke, what's your relationship to Tucker and Will?
Yeah.
I am married to Tucker, but I've known Will longer. Will and I did theater in high school together. Not in real high school, but we were in high school. And then did some professional theater a little bit together. So it was pretty fun. Yeah. And Tucker and I met in college, where Will was also there, and I got my I Love Springfield shirt on for that reason.
Springfield, Missouri.
Gotta love it. So yeah, love these guys. Love the pod, even though I might not like podcasts.
Brooke, would you consider yourself a cinephile?
I don't know about that one.
But is there one movie you consider yourself a cinephile for?
Well, I don't know if cinephile is right, but I certainly love Ella Enchanted, and I feel it has impacted me in a big way.
I agree. I think that this movie is actually very impactful, and
it's very.
I don't know. We'll get into it. It's somehow derivative and innovative at the exact same time.
Yes, literally.
So we're going to be talking about Ella Enchanted from 2004, which is a fairy tale musical starring Anne Hathaway and Hugh Dancy, directed by Tommy O'Haver, and adapted from the novel by Gail Carson Levine.
Period.
So before we jump into like our captain's log and running through, the history of the film, Brooke, what's your relationship to this film? When did you first see it?
Well, I actually couldn't tell you when I first saw it, because I used to just watch it anytime it was on. I feel like it was one of those that just like played a lot randomly on some TV station, and anytime I would see it, I was like, oh, I love it. And like as a kid, I'm just like, oh yes, it's like so good. I love the fairy tale. I love the love story. The Prince Char is hot. Like, what more could I ask? Anne Hathaway is hot. Like, I mean, come on.
My God.
But yeah, I rewatching it as an adult, I'm like, oh, this literally shaped who I am as a person, I feel. So yeah.
Yeah. So did you own it ever on DVD or VHS, or did you only
I
watch it on
did
TV?
not. Yeah, I only watched it on TV. So Tuck and I are actually on the hunt now for a good Blu-ray of it. So we'll see how that
Does a
goes.
Blu-ray exist of this film?
It does, yeah.
Oh.
It's a lot of the time they put it together in like a double feature with Finding Neverland for some reason. Kind of makes sense at the same time a little bit.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah, sure.
okay.
I don't think I've seen that one, but yeah, like just from what I know about it, sure.
Did you read the book?
I did not read the book. But now that I know I literally know nothing about it. Like, here's my thing with any type of media that I consume.
Sure.
I consume the media, and that is as far as it goes. I am not a person who looks into anything about
This is very important.
This is so important. This is how I am with music. Like, I literally just turn on a playlist. I'm like, that was a great song. I don't even know what the name of that song was. I don't know who that man is. I wouldn't know that man walking down the street. Like, I'm sorry to this man. I don't know anything about the media that I consume. So it's pretty blissful. I don't have to worry about who made things and if they're evil, because most of them are, and you know.
I will
ignorance
constantly
bliss.
tell Brooke that like it's like, hey, we just found out like this celebrity is like horrible, and she's like, I don't know who that is.
I'm like, I have no idea who that is, but probably.
I've never
That's
heard of
why
him.
I don't look
I'm
into
not
people as
surprised.
real human beings. Once you're an actor or a singer, you are just that to me, babes. You're not a person anymore. You're probably a little evil.
That's a good like baseline to judge anybody by, I think.
Yeah.
Until they've proven to be an 100% outstanding good person.
Exactly. And then it's so much better because I'm like, wow, that's amazing. You are a person. Like, wow, that's so cool of you.
Tucker, what was your relationship with Ella Enchanted before this?
So, Brooke showed me this movie. Brooke showed me this, I think, back in like 2022. Living up in Chicago. I'd never
that
seen
was
it.
the first time.
Wow.
Yeah, I just missed out on a lot of these kinds of movies.
Yeah.
You say
how
you
did
hate
it make you feel? No, I said, how did it hit you? Like,
oh, I was like,
Yeah.
God,
Did it hit?
I know this is a contentious thing. Not seeing Ella Enchanted until I was 23. When I first saw it, I had like just entered the like next stage of like budding cinephile, where it's like you get really into foreign films and kind of like old classics you're trying to check off.
Yes.
And so I really didn't have a lot of time for Ella Enchanted at the moment that I saw it. I was like trying to tell Brooke about like what I remember of the movie, and it was genuinely just the two scenes with Lucinda.
Literally. He thought Lucinda was like the main
Listen,
character.
when Benny
She's
the book
barely
popped
in
up,
it.
she's barely in it.
She's in two scenes that are extremely quick. Like,
And I remember those scenes very well. I just like when Benny the book popped up, I was like, oh yeah. When the elf popped up, I was like, oh yeah, wait a minute.
he didn't even watch it, and he was trying to judge it off of the first watch of not watching it, basically. But
I mean,
maybe
considering
some new
where you
opinions have
were
been
in
formed.
time. Yeah, exactly. Maybe some new opinions have been formed. So obviously those scenes with Lucinda stuck out to you, Tucker. Was there anything
I thought they were really funny.
Was there anything, Brooke, that like kept you coming back? Was there like one scene or one character or even like a song?
I feel like the things that I remembered most as a kid were the like romance of it, but I loved that she was like not putting up with his shit. Like that was like I loved that she was just like, okay, yeah, you're hot, but like you're about to be king and you're doing nothing. So I remember like those scenes like where they would be talking about like the kingdom. I didn't know like, I wasn't like, oh, this is good politics, but I was just like, oh yes, like she
Sure.
is not letting him like get off with it. And so
Yeah.
yeah, it was just like that. And then the mirrors, like the end, like, well, not the end, but the mirrors scene where she's about to stab him, spoilers.
Boom. For the
She
movie that we're
that
about to talk about.
Yes,
We
literally.
are going to be spoiling
We
Ella
are going to
Enchanted.
be spoiling, guys. If you've missed it, oh, you missed it. But yeah, no, the the visual of the mirrors and like just her being like, you will not be obedient, like that stuck with me. Like I love that. So I feel like
The-
that was just like impactful as a kid,
yeah.
even.
I bet that must have been really impactful as a young woman. The whole concept of
Literally.
obedience with this. And I've never considered that until watching this now for,
Yeah.
I don't know, the 20th time that I've seen this movie. I haven't watched it in so long.
Yeah.
So long. My friend's mom in probably third grade introduced this movie to me because they're
Oh,
like, oh, he likes musicals and disco and all this kind of
yes,
stuff in
literally.
the 80s. And
They
I
just called you
fell
gay.
in
That's
love with this
crazy.
movie. I know they just called me gay. It was still surprising when I came out. Everybody was like,
Yeah.
"What?" But he loves Ella Enchanted.
But Ella Enchanted is his favorite movie.
You're getting profiled.
Literally. Oh, that's
Exactly.
so cute though, Will.
Yeah,
Did you have a
it
physical
was.
copy then?
No, I had a digital copy though. We had a digital
Okay.
copy. We bought it on iTunes at the time, and
Do
I
you still have
also
access
bought
to that?
the. Yes, that's the one I watched. Actually,
Oh,
I watched the digital copy that I bought from
cute.
probably like almost 15, 20 years ago now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Which is
it's
fun.
beautiful.
But I also bought the soundtrack, which is incredible, and we'll get
incredible.
into the different parts of the soundtrack later. But that, I think, if
Yes.
anything, the soundtrack stuck with me more than the actual film, just because I got to listen to it a lot,
Yes.
and I really developed relationships with these songs too. And then also, like, they were covers of songs, so going back and listening to the originals, I was developing love for all of these original movies as well.
Yes.
So, I mean,
Oh,
not
it's
movies,
so
but
good.
songs.
So
Yeah,
good. Yeah, I think
it's so great.
definitely the final dance sequence like at the reception, that whole thing, oh, I loved that as a kid to now like getting married. I was like, we have to have that on our wedding playlist. Like, oh my gosh, literally so good.
It's so great. Okay, so we're gonna dive into some of the deeper aspects of the making of this movie.
Like, I love learning things. That's one of my favorite things about being married to Tuck, because I'll be like, oh, I don't know anything about my favorite movie. And he's like, oh, here you go.
Okay, so this film was released in 2004, and as I said, directed by Tommy O'Haver. And it's based off of the book of the same name, Ella Enchanted. This book was written in 1997 and
Oh,
was immediately optioned for a film, and is extremely different than the movie we see today. It has
whoa.
very few plot points that are similar.
Hello?
I
I
know.
need to read it now.
It's very serious in its tone, and it takes
Okay.
itself very seriously. And I think we see, because of the time that it was released, 2004, the big movie of that time, which was kind of defining the fairy tale genre, was Shrek. And there's so much Shrek in this movie. It's kind of impossible to
Tuck
ignore.
was like, I know that Will's going to bring up Shrek with this movie.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. It was the first thing that I wrote down while this movie
That's so
started. I was like,
funny.
well, it's Shrek.
I have
Um,
seen Shrek like once or twice, so I just do not know Shrek very well. Like I know what it is, and I know like the
Right.
meme of it all, of course, but like it's not like the first thing that pops to mind when I think of like fairy tales or like spins on fairy tales, you know?
What would be the first thing that pops to your mind when it comes to those fairy tale like riffs?
I feel like just the theater kid in me will always think of Into the Woods.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not thinking of the movie, that's for sure, but I just
Nobody does,
always,
baby.
yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just Into the Woods is so brilliantly done in that way and has so many nods to things that are even not like main plot points and stuff in the same way that this does with like its
Mhm.
little Brothers Grimm pokes and stuff.
Yeah. No,
Um, s-
that's
Speaking of Into the Woods, can I bring up a little trivia fact I learned?
Yes.
always.
Okay. So this is from IMDb trivia. Want to shout them out. Um, but this is the second out of 4 times that Lucy Punch has played a ugly stepsister in a Cinderella movie. She was in a Cinderella TV movie in 2000, Ella Enchanted, another Cinderella TV movie in 2008, and then she was one of the ugly stepsisters in the Into the Woods movie.
Speaking of.
So she's just been going
That's
on a generational run of being like
Girl.
the premier ugly stepsister for Cinderella.
But she's also
she really got a
so
type.
good. Like, she was
She's
so
great.
good. I was watching
The
this
stuff.
time and I'm like, "Oh my gosh," like, she genuinely just sells this so well without going too far into cartoony, but still having that, like, fun, like, fantastical feel to it. Like, I don't know.
Definitely.
She's kind of like
No.
maybe the best performance in the movie.
Yeah, honestly.
We'll get into that.
Well.
We'll get into that. We'll jump into it. Speaking of cast, Anne Hathaway signed on very early to be in this
Okay.
film, and she actually read a version of the script that was more similar to the book than it was to the film that we saw today. It was much more about her, her femininity, and it was much more like feminism, but not with the comedy side of things. It took itself very seriously, as we said.
Makes sense.
But when they filmed this, she was only 18 years old, and she did all of her
Whoa.
own singing. She trained in kickboxing and mime and did several of the stunts that were featured in the movie.
Period.
And I think that she hasn't aged since this
Oh my,
movie, which is
literally.
insanity.
She's so beautiful. Like, genuinely, yeah, has not has not aged a day. Has not aged.
And so I would say her counterpart, Hugh Dancy, has also just aged like a fine wine as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So
I actually isn't he in the he's in something right now that's like popular.
hold
No?
please.
One of my coworkers was talking to me about something and said, "Oh, you know the guy from Ella Enchanted," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I know that guy."
He is currently he's in Law and Order. Is that it?
No,
I
maybe
wonder
it was
that
an
could
older
be.
thing that is now like getting some TikTok attention or something. But he was
And he's
older in it.
also he was in the second Downton Abbey movie,
Oh,
and
it might be that.
also voices Dr. Otto Octavius in your favorite neighborhood Spider-Man. Your favorite
Oh,
friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
king. Okay.
And
This
married to
friend is
Claire
not
Danes.
8 years old.
No. But a couple things that were interesting about Hugh Dancy is that he was sent to youth theater as a punishment as a kid. So his parents punished him by sending him to theater, and he accidentally discovered a love for acting.
Oh my
But he
gosh.
didn't study acting in college. He instead studied English at Oxford. And when he graduated, he worked as a waiter and a bartender auditioning in London when he got his big break in his film debut in Black Hawk Down.
Wow.
Where he played a doctor.
He was one of like 1,000 up and coming young actors who were in
Yeah.
Black Hawk Down.
But he quickly he is interesting because it's very different than the roles he would end up playing, because he quickly carved out a niche of being this sensitive romantic type
Yeah.
in future films as well. And I think Ella Enchanted really cemented that for
Yeah.
him.
He's just so, like, soft, but, like, still man. I feel like it's a good type to play into at that
Still,
time
man.
period, especially.
Yeah.
Still man.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, that's all,
Oh,
man.
that's all man there.
The film was also filmed almost entirely in Ireland,
Oh.
and the onset culture was Anne Hathaway described it as like summer camp. Everybody
Oh.
got along, and it was so much fun filming this. And I think you could definitely
Oh.
tell that they had a lot of fun with this
Yeah.
movie. Everybody involved.
Yes. I actually thought about that in the last number because I saw the stepmother's face as she was, like, dancing out, and she was totally out of character, just so happy, like, not just, like, stepmother happy, but you could tell she was just having so much fun, and I literally thought, "Oh, I bet this was such a good experience."
Definitely. And they would often go out on Irish pub crawls
Oh, period.
after they finished. And it was not just the cast, it was also the crew. And so there's a really great camaraderie throughout the entire thing, which is, I think it's super evident because of the improvisation and all the different takes that they had to do. And I don't think this film really leaps off of the screen. It doesn't feel stiff at all.
Yeah, yeah, agreed.
It's interesting because this movie also has a lot of visual effects for the time, which are really astounding. One of my favorites has to do with the book. What's his name? The book
Benny.
guy? Benny?
Benny the Book.
Benny the Book. Benny the Book was one of the most challenging visual effects in the film.
It
And
looked
they actually
so good, though.
so good. But it's interesting because the movie has a really interesting mix of like terrible CGI,
Yes.
which is very charming, and
Yes, like
then
the
really
snake.
incredible. Like, so the
The snake
snake,
is goofy as hell. I'm obsessed.
the snake was originally supposed to be an animatronic puppet, and they actually created and spent time making this animatronic puppet. But
What?
when they started recording when they started shooting the movie, they realized it did not look great. It was very, very cheesy. And so
Oh.
they couldn't get the facial expressions the way that they wanted to.
Yeah, because they did a lot with that.
Yeah, maybe too much.
Sometimes
For
I was
better or
like,
worse.
okay. But yeah,
Yeah.
but there was one face, I can't even remember. I'll think about it when we're doing the plot. But there was one moment with the snake where I literally laughed out loud at the face that it made. And I was just like, this is so goofy.
It's
Like,
so
it's so
goofy.
goofy. I love it.
I like the part where the snake goes, yuck.
Yeah.
Or one of my another favorite one is, I can't wait to see how this turns out. Or something like that.
I love it.
But the actual hardest shot in the entire film is the opening aerial scene. It took they started working on it the first day of pre-production, and they didn't finish it until the last day of post-production. So it's one continuous shot that was used with helicopters, 3D landscape modeling, miniatures, motion control rigs, and then they had to do a CG window transition to get into Ella's house because the windows didn't open, that went through the window.
Oh my
Um,
god.
and it took a total of 6 months for them just to create that one shot.
That's crazy.
It's super cool, and it really makes you feel like you're living in this world when you're dropped right
Yeah.
into that. And then the music, it sets it up perfectly. I think it's the perfect opening scene.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, I mean, they just kind of like don't make them like that anymore.
Yeah.
Like that
No.
kind of effort. I don't know. We're getting like AI put into fucking movies.
Into every movie.
Well, and
so even if it's kind of ugly, it's at least charming to know that a person made that.
Yeah.
People.
it is charming. And I think you're exactly right, Tucker. There's so much use of there's such a heavy reliance on CGI nowadays, and but in this movie there's great mixture of practical effects and CG. So the giants were actually filmed on a regular set, and they are supposed to be 15-foot tall, and the humans were shot on a blue screen. And the giants acted against 1.5 foot tall dolls.
Oh my
So,
god.
so Heidi Klum was just talking to this doll
Little doll.
throughout her entire time.
I love her in
Um,
this.
it, I didn't know that was Heidi Klum until I was watching a making of documentary. I was like,
Oh
wait,
my
what?
god. I didn't realize until watching it as an adult, of course, but like I literally was like, wait a minute.
Mhm.
Icon.
Iconic. It's truly incredible. So there's a lot of effort that went into making this movie, of course, with between the effects. The soundtrack was supposed to be this hybrid of songs that kids would enjoy and their parents. So they went out and tried to find young artists who kids would love. Raven Simone, anybody? Kelly Clarkson, and sing old standards that their parents would like too.
Literally so good.
So fun. And speaking of the music and the effects, the Elf musical number was filmed actually on a miniature. So they composited the actors onto the miniature, which is
Oh.
why there's a weird scene where Anne Hathaway is walking through with her elf friend and the book, and they're like looking around at everybody singing "Let Us Entertain You," but it doesn't look like they're actually looking at anything. It's because they're
Yeah.
not actually on a
They're
set.
not.
Good. Oh, good.
But I think that honestly makes it feel like it's a storybook and that we
Yeah.
are in this storybook world, which is why I want to forgive it a lot of times for looking kind of messy.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's all I have for some making of stuff.
Love.
For the what are we calling this? The captain's
That was a
log?
beautiful captain's log.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Would you consider yourself
Shall
the
we-
captain?
No, I don't want
I'm-
to.
No.
I'm like your SME.
Y'all
I'm the
would be the captain.
I'm the captain now.
I saw that restraint.
I know. I just really tried not to do it. But if you would like to watch Ella Enchanted before we start talking and diving into the plot, you can watch it right now for free on Pluto TV, where it is streaming, or you can purchase it on any streaming platform of your choice.
We watched it for
Tucker.
free on YouTube as well.
Oh, shit.
Free with ads. Hey, no, that's okay. That's okay.
He broke. He said Tucker. Oh shit.
Tucker, take it away with the plot.
Well, I'll tell you. It starts with that.
Hey,
It starts
now,
with that long,
It starts with that
continuous opening
beautiful shot that we
that took
talked about.
6 months to create.
That was really good. And then
That's where
idea.
Strange Magic plays.
Ellie, yeah.
I want to shout out the
Ellie-
song.
Ella is a little baby. And then this fairy shows up and gives her a gift, as she gives to many a baby with the house fairies. And they're always kind of bad. Well, Ella starts crying, and she's a baby. Come on. She was crying. Get over it. But then this fairy just can't get over it. And so then she's like, I give you the gift of obedience. Stop. Go to sleep. And then makes her like do all these things for a second. She's like, I made the perfect baby. And then they're like, girl, no.
Oh.
Which I love that immediately the mom and the fairy know this is not good. Like, I feel like you would think just hearing the gift of obedience, people would just be like, oh yeah, like that's so nice. Like,
Right.
you know, not to immediately make it gendered, but I feel like a father would be like, perfect. You gave the perfect gift.
Which is interesting because I don't think that her father knows about the gift.
No.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He
They're
doesn't.
like, we're not going to tell him. And it's like,
Which is crazy.
that is
crazy
wild. But also that kind of means that he is, like, they do trust that he's not going to be acting a fool, basically. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, people who are rude and just evil people figure it out pretty quickly that she will do whatever they say because they are demanding everything of her and everyone around them. But I feel like them knowing that the dad wouldn't figure it out means that he's just pretty chill. He's just, I mean, he's not around a lot, it seems. So there is that. But like, he isn't as like evil as, you know, the other men.
Is Minnie Driver in this movie? Is she Ella's aunt? She's the one with the magic.
She's the house fairy of
fairy.
this house.
Okay.
And
She's
real
the owner
quick
of this
about
house.
she's the owner of this house.
Okay, yeah, it was just like so matter of fact. She's the house fairy of the house, Tucker.
She's the house fairy of this house.
That's what happens when Lucinda comes in. She's like, Minnie Driver's like, who are you?
I'm the owner of this house.
Who are you?
I am the house fairy of the house. That's the thing that confuses me, that there's a house fairy of the house and then there's the fairy godmother as well. And I'm like, damn, why she get so many fairies?
I think that each, I would love to deep dive into this world because I do think it's interesting, but I do think that each house does have like a house fairy who helps out with the chores and like supports the mother, and
it appears
maybe that's
she's
something
like
that is
like a nanny slash like oh my gosh, what's it called? I can't even think of the word, but
like a midwife almost?
Yes, a midwife, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, why would you cast Minnie Driver and not have her speak in her own accent? She is American in this movie, which makes no sense, and it infuriates me because Minnie Driver has the most incredible voice.
What is her accent?
She's English.
Oh, wow. And it's just really nice and pretty.
Yes, but also she's just kind of iconic.
She's the love interest in Good Will Hunting. She's also the more bratty opera singer in the Phantom of the Opera.
She's
movie.
Carlotta.
Oh my
in
gosh!
Phantom of the Opera.
Another movie that impacted me greatly as a child. So she was all over my childhood.
Oh yeah, no, she's everywhere. She's everywhere in the 2000s, and then she's just started popping up in a lot of other things now too. And speaking of somebody else who has not aged today, Minnie Driver looks incredible.
Makes sense.
Still to this day, but she also played the Queen in the 2020 Amazon Prime Cinderella movie starring Camila Cabello.
No.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Rough cut.
Which is like I think it's a gay camp classic, gay camp classic. In my opinion,
most Cinderella retellings are.
I get that one confused with Bad Cinderella, the Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Well, same era.
Stage musical.
Same era.
Why couldn't they have just made it a Bad Cinderella?
Bad Cinderella.
Let's move on with the plot.
Let's wrap it up.
All right. So, like Brooke said, Lucinda puts the gift of obedience onto Ella and decides, I don't give back. I don't take give backs. You know, you get what you get. She bounces. Ella's mom dies.
Yeah.
Tragically.
Also, there's that cute scene where people are bullying her soon-to-be best friend, and then she's like, bite me, and then Ella bites her, and I'm like, yes.
There are some great uses of the obedience.
Yes.
Fantastic uses.
Yeah.
The line that stuck out to me from her mother was, what's inside you is stronger than any spell.
Yes.
And I thought that was really beautiful.
Yeah, that gave me chills this time. I was like, oh, you're so right, Queen.
I am kind of like, I wonder if the mom or the aunt could have been like, okay, well, it was like the curse of obedience. What if they're like, never act on the curse of obedience again, and then she has to be obedient to that.
But then,
you know what I mean?
But then we're getting into like you only have 3 wishes. I wish for more wishes. trap.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I would.
Tuck absolutely
I
would.
know, Tucker, you would.
I'd be like,
There's
listen,
some
man.
contract.
Listen,
3, I
I'm
can't
cool.
decide. 4, that's money.
I deserve a little bit more.
Okay.
A little more.
So Ella's mother passes away.
Yeah,
She unalives.
please.
And when that happens, we jump cut to
Mhm.
when she's now Anne
And
Hathaway.
She has her necklace that the mom
She has her
gave
necklace.
Very important.
Fantastic transition.
Love it. They
to
said,
being an adult to Anne Hathaway.
Love
Which
it.
I think that's where the title sequence should have been.
Yeah,
With
fair
Anne.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it does feel like a title sequence.
I
But
did
also,
read-
I feel like they were trying to play up like the 2000s girly movie title sequence vibe. You know what I mean?
yeah, like yeah.
Because they
Definitely.
integrated a lot of that into the medieval times.
Oh, we'll get into the costumes and stuff soon.
Oh yeah. So we're with Anne Hathaway now. And Dad comes home. Hey, I'm gonna remarry.
He said he
Super
is
cash.
married,
He already is married.
which is crazy.
That's insane.
I literally like never processed that because I definitely was just like, oh yeah, they're gonna try it out or whatever and move in or something. It's weird. And then
Is
I
that
was like,
what
wait,
happens in traditional Cinderella stories as well? The dad comes home and he's like, I've gotten married.
I think he's like, I'm engaged to be married. This guy's like,
Mm.
I'm married. She was rich. Like he straight up says it. He's just like, she was rich, Ella. Like, what am I to do?
Not to get to the end of the movie already, but in most Cinderella stories, does the dad stay with the stepmom till the
dad
end?
is
No,
usually
I think he
dead.
dies.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
dad
Okay.
usually dies. But
Really? In Cinderella?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then she has no one. Yeah, they take advantage because there's
Oh.
nobody in her corner.
I just
And then
figured,
she's like-
distant medieval dad.
Selling
is what he
watches.
is.
The dad doesn't, which is what he is, and he doesn't really serve much of a purpose
Oh
in
yeah,
this
for sure.
movie.
It's
No.
not because usually the plot is Cinderella is like, oh, my dad was so good, like he was so kind, so loving, and he's dead. He would have helped me out of this situation, kind of thing. And like you're also supposed to be like, oh, like the dad just remarried, like he got tricked by the stepmom, like. It's not supposed to feel like he was just like a gold digger, but love it. Love the interpretation. And we don't really
he does
need
stay
him.
with her.
And we have the mom already for her to be like, oh, my mom was so good. So we don't really need the dad to be
Yeah.
like that either.
The mom does really serve. Her mother does really serve the father role in
Yeah.
this movie.
So woke.
Yeah.
So also, let's see if this film passes the Bechdel test, which I think it
Oh.
does.
Really?
Do you know what the
I
Bechdel
just-
test is?
Yeah. Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
But should we
Okay,
explain
well,
for the people who don't know?
for-
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
For our listeners who do not know what the Bechdel test is, the Bechdel test, or also known as the Bechdel-Wallace test, is a measure of the representation of women in film and other fiction. The test asks whether a work features at least two women who have a conversation about something other than a man.
Oh, it's
Which
literally
is-
just one conversation. I thought it was like that it had to be the whole time, like they can't like talk about men unless their character
No.
is driven by that. Wow, well yeah, it definitely passes then.
Isn't it interesting that it can't just be the Bechdel test? It has to be the Bechdel-Wallace test.
Who's Wallace?
We got to put a man in
Who?
there.
Who is he?
Who is he? Get him out of here.
So Ella Enchanted passes the Bechdel test on 3 levels. It
Yeah.
has at
Okay.
least 2 named women in it, which is step 1.
Holy shit.
2,
Nice.
they have to talk to each other. 3,
Holy
they have to
shit.
talk about something other than a man.
Guys.
Holy
So we're
shit.
3 for 3.
And I
on the
think there's
Bechdel test.
multiple because like Ella and her best friend are both named and they do not talk about men except in like a we hate them politically way.
Ogre side.
Yeah, ogre side. Stop the
Say
ogre
no
side.
to ogre side.
Yeah,
a
literally.
great line.
Bad.
I wrote it down.
I
Say no
love
to
it.
ogre side.
And then the all of the house fairy mom and Ella. Well, I guess she's not talking anyway because she's not. She's a kid. Yeah, they don't talk about men. That's crazy. This is like a great.
That
love
would be
this
insane.
Movie. I love this movie so much.
Okay, so we're with Ella as an adult.
Yes.
Oh yes, we're introduced to the. Sorry, I just had to look up to make sure that this movie was made during and about the George W. Bush administration.
Okay, I thought you were going to say this has like an Iraq war narrative.
Well, I feel like if it was allowed to go over its runtime a bit, I think that's the only logical next place it could have went. We're already introducing ogre side. They surely could have introduced like a unfair draft into some kind of. We don't need to get into that.
Totally. No, we don't.
So, ugly stepsisters, which is a rude thing to call them. I guess I should just say the stepsisters. They aren't that ugly in this movie.
They really aren't.
They really are just normal looking people who are annoying. Pretty quickly, the older sister realizes that Ella has this. She's catching on that something is going on. Yeah, give me your necklace. Show me your closet.
Literally. She already talks like
giving
that
away the necklace is crazy.
That was
really
crazy.
hurt my heart.
Yeah, I was like,
that's her mom's necklace.
And then she spends time like sucking on the necklace. Like
are you kidding me?
Yeah, they're in school together.
Which I thought it was so funny. I just realized that it was like community college of Frel or whatever. And I was just like, that's so funny.
It was so good.
There are a lot of those little things in this movie that go completely over your head as a kid. There's a reference to DWI.
Yes.
There's the lawyer stuff.
Yes.
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
So much. Yeah. But it's somehow like all is fun as a kid too, but you're just like not realizing why. Like, because a lot of times they'll put jokes in for the parents specifically that aren't even funny to the kids, but like I feel like a lot of this is genuinely just like funny in general, and then you really realize when you're older, oh my gosh, that's what they were saying.
That reminds me of like my favorite little joke in Shrek 2, which I'm pretty sure came out the same year as Ella Enchanted. But it's when Shrek, Donkey, and Puss in Boots are being arrested in the Far, Far Away. And it's basically an episode of Cops, but it's nights. And they got Puss in Boots handcuffed, and they're going through his boots, and they pull out a little thing of catnip, and they go, "Is this yours?" He goes, "I've never seen that. I've never seen that."
That's funny.
That is good.
I think he literally says like, "Officer, I don't know how that got there."
Okay, Ella Enchanted did come out 1 month before Shrek 2.
Oh shit. Call your shot. Did they realize? Did they look ahead at the release schedule and realize that their entire audience was about to be cribbed in a month?
Well, you know what's interesting is that Ella Enchanted released April 9th, 2009 in the USA, but then was released in the UK in December 17th.
What?
So they held it for a really long time and then released it in the UK.
Had to get the
What was that first date you said in America? Was it April?
April 9th.
April 9th.
Yeah, this is such a spring movie.
It is such a spring movie.
Release it during a spring break weekend. I feel like that's like probably what you're looking for.
But during that debate that she has about politics,
they're talking about because the ugly stepsister is the president of the Prince Char fan club.
Yeah, so she can't see anything is wrong with everything.
Right, which is very similar to I would say like MAGA right now.
Yeah,
maybe
100%. For some reason.
Who are they?
For some reason,
that's a character.
I'm just kidding. But while it's on the mind, Wicked is on the mind right now because, of course, we're about to get Wicked for good.
Yeah.
This has a lot in common with the politics of Wicked.
Yes, for
I
sure.
immediately thought of that animal professor.
Yep.
For sure, for sure.
Say his
Just
name.
othering. I mean, it's almost like that has a lot to do with what's happening in the real world.
Crazy.
And we're still
Crazy.
doing it.
But this is where we get Hold Your Tongue, which is
literally.
such
My
a good
tongue
one.
itches.
My tongue
Love her.
I don't know
Oh,
anything
God.
that I'm talking about.
Yeah, she is definitely immediately backfiring with the spell on her. Like, in
And this
scene.
is where the sister really clicks.
Yeah. She's like, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anything I
Because
tell
they
you
go-
to do, you have to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they go to a mall opening. Which
Yes,
is so...
Oh, it's so good. The escalator, come on.
Oh my God, the wooden escalator.
That is genius.
That is powered by labor.
People, yeah.
By
physical
two
labor.
men.
Yeah, literally. That is so good.
But that's where we get the Say No to Ogre side, the protest.
So good.
So
Yeah, we're learning that there's Prince Char and there's Edgar, which is Edgar the king yet? Does he have a title? Is
he's
he like stand-in
stand-in king? So he's
interim?
Yeah.
Edgar.
interim king, yeah. Uncle Edgar.
Played by
freaking Uncle Egg.
the fantastic Carrie Elwes.
He's great.
Who I was telling
He's-
Brooke last night, this is the same year as Saw 1 was released, and he turns in one of his most iconic performances in that movie as well.
Which is wild that he was doing that at the same time.
That is a man with range.
Because for real, that's range.
And he has such a type though with these films, that these fantasy films, you know, Princess Bride, Robin Hood, Men in Tights, which probably inspired this movie a little bit as well.
He's so like cartoony, like, but it's still believable to an extent. Like, I don't think anybody else could actually play it like that and it be real at all. But I feel like they had to make him like that because everything is very serious, low key. Like, I was kind of noticing that this time. Everything is really serious except for him and the snake. Like, feels very classic Disney cartoon villain and everything. And so, yeah, it just feels like they had to do that to make it not so like scary and stuff so that kids could like actually enjoy it. But like, it worked, you know, like it makes it more fun. And there were so many like fun moments between him and the snake and everything.
Snake getting a lot of attention from us.
A lot of attention.
At the market, the stepsisters force Ella to steal. This is where Ella has to run away from a cop. The cop tells her to freeze as she's jumping over a barrel. She freeze frames.
Which
and everybody's
so
like,
good.
what?
Literally so good.
Which that's the point where I'm like, how is the stepsister the only one who gets what's going on? And I kind of think she's a bitchy genius.
She definitely is a bitchy genius.
She understands context.
Yeah, literally.
That's why I think like we don't really understand how magic works in this world. So sometimes things like this must just happen all the time.
Yeah, because there's fairies walking around.
Right. There's fairies, there's elves, there's everything. There's giants, ogres.
So after this like fiasco with the police, the stepmother is very upset with Ella. Who made you do this? Stepsister butts in and is like, say your best friend made you do it. So now Ella is banned from seeing her. She's forced to hate crime her best friend.
Literally.
So racist.
In a really brutal scene.
It was so horrible. And Anne, of course, sells it. She's always good at the crying scenes, but
that is like actually like so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And that's when she
really,
decides
really
I need to get this damn gift lifted.
Yeah, she's like, that's it.
And this is where Minnie Driver introduces Ella and America to Benny, the book.
Benny the book.
The book boyfriend.
The book boyfriend. Man. I wonder what else he can show, though, because he's just able to show whatever's going on right now.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought
We
you
don't
meant
really
in his
understand.
portal, like if he could show anything other than his face. My
No,
mind went somewhere else.
Oh, damn. Yeah, they must have had how long have they been dating, and what does their intimate relationship look like?
For real.
As we know from book talk, it's very easy for
She's like, write me a story. And then she just reads.
Ooh,
porn,
do you think he gets
basically.
turned on by her like pulling out a pen and writing on his
Oh,
pages?
maybe.
Or does that hurt?
That I don't know. He was kind of fragile because they would like close
Why
him
not
and he'd be
both?
like, ow. And I'm like, buddy, you're a book. Like, I don't know
Right.
what to tell you. You're going to get closed.
How do you have feelings like this?
Yeah. Like, is that
And he
your
was being
body?
thrown around a lot too.
Yeah,
Right.
he was in the trash. Like, I don't know.
The
I thought he was
trash.
in a different dimension.
what happens
like,
if you
within
rip
the
a
book.
page out? If you just tear a page out of Benny?
Oh my god, what if like that takes a finger away or something?
Oh my
Like-
god.
Oh my
He
god.
comes back with like 2 less ribs.
Oh. Benny.
They're very playful and sensual with each other though. So
They
they do
are.
have some
They
kind
have
of relationship.
something, or they're just really horny because
Well-
they don't have anything going on
Because
yet.
they don't.
For
Wh-
20 years.
Do you remember what the original spell she was putting on him that made him into a
A
book?
haircut.
Yeah, it was just a haircut. So they were dating. So like imagine you're like together with like your boo, like you just get together and then immediately long distance Skype.
Immediately, literally
Zoom
Skype
every night.
visit.
It's bad. It's bad.
She's down
But my
bad for a
favorite
book.
line, down bad for a book, because he said, if I knew everything, I'd be a lot thicker.
Yes.
like,
I was like, oh, Benny.
Okay.
And then later when she's in the room at the castle, he's like, see, I can't have a census. Look how big that is. And he's like literally wanting to be bigger. Like he's still, even without anything other than a head, he's like, I'm big, right?
Tell me I'm big, please.
Tell me I'm big.
I'm a good size,
Such
right?
a man.
I'm a
Like,
normal
Such
sized
a
book.
man.
literally.
So Benny has this power when you open him up. He can show you like a magic crystal ball where a given person is at any given point in time. So they decide, use Benny, Ella, go on a quest to go find Lucinda, get the gift reversed. And this is where the movie really kicks off. And we meet an elf who I thought for the first like 30 minutes was named Pim. That's not his name.
I think maybe his middle name, or like, because they gave a long name at the beginning when he first introduced himself, and I think he said something Pim, but then we realized it was Slannon.
Slannon, yes, that's the name.
We can check the Ella Enchanted wiki
Yeah,
for his full name.
for his full name, full
Yeah,
government name.
I was just like, oh, Pim the elf. That's so cute.
Pim. Nope, Slannon.
Slannon.
Slannon. But he's so cute.
He's being taunted by some village boys,
Yes,
and
they are.
Ella's like, you better leave him alone. And then Slannon's like, kick their butt. So
She be kicking it.
she be kicking the butt.
And
Should
then
be
he's
kicking that
just
butt.
giving them, he's just like, all right, now roundhouse, now
Side
whatever.
hook,
Yeah, all this
yeah.
stuff. And she's just killing it.
Which she did all herself. Those
Oh,
are all
period.
her physical stunts, which are
Love
great.
her.
Do you think Christopher Nolan saw this?
Why?
Casting her
for-
as Catwoman.
For Catwoman. Yes.
Why?
I forgot she was in that for a second. Why?
Why? Please.
Another great line in this scene is, I know the ancient art of origami.
Yes. And then
Oh,
they're like,
paper
paper
folding?
folding? Oh, I thought you wouldn't know what that meant. That is so funny.
I mean, fair. She doesn't
Literally.
expect these
yeah.
men, these
stupid men.
hooligans, to be to know origami.
Literally. But we got a origami aficionado over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, look
boy,
at the
do
big
we.
brains on Brad. after
man.
after Ella rescues Slannon, which what the fuck is that name? Call him Pim. I'm probably gonna call him Pim.
Just call him Pim.
They go to like Elf City. That's so gay. Everybody's singing. This is the miniature Will was talking about at the beginning.
Literally so gay. I love it.
And I don't know if it's like a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer joke when he's like, I just want to be a lawyer.
Yes, I literally thought about that because I was like, oh shit, this is definitely it's got to be
It's
like
got to be the
a
dentist.
little bit of the dentist. Yeah.
Well, because I had completely forgotten this plot point. So when he was like, I don't really want to be an entertainer, I was like, right, you wanted to be a dentist, right?
Yeah,
And he's like,
literally.
I want to be a lawyer.
Like, fuck you. But it's because we learn that King Edgar has made it to where the elves, their only occupation can be singing and dancing. Which I think is more of a Carrie Elway's problem than
so crazy. But then they start rounding them up. Like, they're being very serious about this. They need them for the coronation.
It becomes obvious that they're being used as slave labor. As are the giants, who we see
lots of slave
a little bit later.
And okay, the ogres, they don't have to be slaves. They just are cast out, it seems. Am I correct in that?
Right. I think they're just trying to
they are the
eradicate
ones,
ogres.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of them because they're saying that ogres tore apart Prince Char's father.
Classic.
Yes. Not happening. That's not what happened.
Yeah, not what happened.
Fake news.
Fake news. First piece of fake news in this film.
Which that tells me that ogres are probably more powerful than giants in this movie because they can't enslave them.
Yeah, that's
I think so.
What it is. Because I think the giants are truly just people. Like, they don't have like the super strength or anything. Yeah. They're just like big.
They don't have the butt cracks of the ogres.
Boy, they have some butt cracks.
Which
this is also where we find out that the Brothers Grimm are canonical in this universe. They exist.
I love
I wonder if it's kind of like the Bible, like their Bible is the Brothers
Oh my gosh,
Grimm,
yes, it kind of does give that vibe. Because the way that they mention it, like the little jabs at them are very much just being like, oh, they just met one elf and then decided to like make this random thing.
Well, my thinking was like, anytime anything interesting happens, the Brothers Grimm like writes a story about it and are like, hey, look at what we thought of. And they're like, motherfucker. So like they're about to write Cinderella.
Yeah.
Based off of this is the real thing that happened that inspired Cinderella. And they're like,
I love that.
You motherfuckers, when Humpty Dumpty died, you wrote that bitch ass novel.
Real.
Not the novel Humpty Dumpty.
Not the novel.
I don't know.
The story. God. Yeah. Persecute me.
Just like the ogres.
Just like the ogres. Just cast me out because I'm thinking a little bit differently.
Which is the ogre scene after the...
Yeah, we find out that the prince has invited Ella to a ball.
Oh, yeah.
But Ella obviously is not home, so everybody is like, this is a great opportunity to get my girls, the stepsisters. Let's get them in that ball. Yeah. Ella runs across some ogres who decide they basically say don't move, and she doesn't move. They tie her up and they're about to boil her when Prince Char shows up and whoops some ass.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then he's
which
nice.
we neglected to mention their initial meeting too.
Oh,
after the mall.
Oh, it's so good.
So it's such a great setup, which really makes you believe their relationship. And it also doesn't make you feel like she is, you know how in some movies it's like girl power, but I also want the guy though.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like, this feels like she's genuinely falling for this guy who she just didn't know who he was.
Yeah. Literally. I love that scene, their first meeting, is one that I always think about when I think of the movie. I feel like, just because, I don't know, I love them like just walking around, and then he says wait here, and then the carriage starts to come at her, and that has to be so scary. I don't know, I just love those little moments of like, oh, you wouldn't even think about that as like a demand in obedience, but then once you're put in that scenario, it's usually like a terrifying thing that we're like always just like, we always say, oh, wait here. But then you like think
Yep.
about what that actually is, and like it's like, oh, whoa, you know, like, oh, that's kind of scary if you're actually like forced to do that.
Yeah. Or very time consuming when it comes to, I think when she was running around the mall, like, oh, try this perfume.
Yes.
She was
Oh
like,
my gosh.
You have to
Yes.
try the perfume. Like,
Literally.
get
Or
your
get
hot
these
dog or
hot
your
dog,
squirrel
yeah.
sandwich.
Yes.
So
good.
But yeah, so they run into each other again.
Yeah,
which
so part
reunites
2 of them.
They do, and she tends to his wound.
And he's
he's
hot.
got a little cut.
And he is very baby girl.
He's
so
baby girl. Oh my god, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So baby girl lets Ella go on a journey. Just a cutie patootie letting Ella and Pim go on a journey. What's his name? Slannon? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Slannon.
Justice for my boy.
You gotta let it
That's
go.
glup shitto. Like, let's be so honest. So they encounter some giant slaves on their way to a giant wedding.
Yeah, because Slannon's like, hey, I was actually gonna go see you and ask if I could be a lawyer. And then freaking Char is so baby girl that he's like, let me ask my uncle about that once I become king.
Yeah, I definitely think you should talk to him about
Yeah, I
it.
think you should talk to him when I'm gonna be king in 3 days or whatever. And so then
Wild.
Slannon's like, what? And Ella's like, oh, I got the ick, baby. And then she rides off because she's like, let me show you something. Like, I feel like she's like, all right, I'm done with this. And then
which also for a woman who hasn't traveled very much, she suspiciously
knew
knows
exactly where to go. Yeah, she knew. She felt the rumble of the footsteps of the giants.
Maybe that's what it is.
She's like, yes. But yeah, they're in very poor working conditions. They're getting whipped, and these stupid knight looking things are walking around on these tall. It's just very scary looking. Horrible.
It is very scary looking.
And then Char's
the conditions
like,
are not good.
Oh, I'm sure Edgar doesn't know this is happening, baby. Edgar knows.
The call's coming from inside the house.
Yeah. Edgar has a pet snake, babe. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, Edgar's best friend is his pet snake.
Yeah.
At the giant wedding, this is where we meet Giant Heidi Klum. Char has like a deep conversation with a giant about, their plights.
Yes.
And he actually makes a connection, has some character growth.
But again, is like, oh, I'm sure Edgar doesn't know that this is happening. Like really brother, driving it home.
But now at this point, he's been talked to about like the elves, the plight of the giants enslavement.
Literally.
He's witnessed the ogre side comments and taking back the land. I'm like, by guy,
well,
all
you
the
don't
evidence
know,
is there.
Literally. And when he met the ogres, he's like, are you the one that killed my dad? And the ogre literally says, we loved your dad, we would never kill him. It's Edgar that we like don't like.
And he's like, huh.
He's like, I guess you can go free since you didn't kill him. Babes, you missed the rest of what he said.
But if I ever see you again.
But he's so baby girl, so it's okay.
Do we know when his father passed away? Because this sounds like it could be very recent.
Well, he says that Edgar raised him like a son.
Yeah, but I'm also
But you would think that Edgar would make him
He has
evil.
a lot of like memory, like true memories of his dad, because he's like in the mirror room later, he's like, oh, dad used to take me here and say like, picture yourself as a great leader or whatever.
Okay, so if they're like 18.
He was like, I think he was like 10 or something, like 10 to 13 range.
Yeah. So he spent like the last 5 or so years with his uncle Edgar.
Which is, it's confusing. There's only a 13-year age difference between Carrie Elways and Hugh. I was supposed to say Hugh Grant. Hugh Dancy.
That's so funny.
And Carrie Elways does look really young in this, though, which is
he gives
Surprising.
like 20 to me in this. Like, I feel like he's like
Yes.
20 or so.
I thought you meant Carrie Elwes for a second. I was like, really?
Wait, yeah.
Edgar?
Wait,
No,
yeah.
no.
Yeah. Oh, I
No.
was saying Edgar feels like 35.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Edgar to me feels like he's like in his 30s. Yeah, I feel like they're
Yeah.
like in the movie they give like 10 to 15 year age gap to me.
Okay. Yeah, agreed. So it would be weird for him to say that he raised him like a son, though.
Yeah. I don't know. They were probably just trying to justify that he liked Edgar, because why would you ever like Edgar?
Sure.
Why
Good
would
mustache.
like literally good
Yeah,
stash,
very good mustache.
very fancy clothing.
A very fun accent.
Do we think he's gay?
I feel like he's gay.
For the snake?
Yes. For the snake.
Well, all
Well,
the gays for the
yes.
snake. Well, yes.
Well, yes.
Okay.
This is where we get the real musical number of the movie. Find Me Somebody to Love. Somebody to Love by Queen.
Oh, good.
Anne Hathaway during the performance, she does like the first little bit, and then somebody in the crowd goes louder,
And
she gets a little bit more into it, and then somebody says more soul,
and then she's like, takes her hair down. Yes, baby.
and then somebody goes dance.
Oh yeah, and then she really be dancing.
She'd be shaking that.
She's throwing
She said-
herself around that stage. Oh my gosh. It's great.
It's
Great.
amazing.
It holds up so well.
Yes.
Her voice is incredible. Like,
Yeah.
you know that she's an amazing singer,
it's
but she actually
perfect.
did sing this.
Yeah, you can tell it's her, and like I love that it's not overproduced like the trend became in
Yeah.
later.
It doesn't
in
feel
movie musical
auto-tuned.
type things. Yeah.
No.
I
I also like the Haim sisters as the giants.
Oh my God,
singing
yes.
backup.
Oh my God.
Somebody to love.
They just look like they look like the
That's
Haim
so
sisters.
funny. They're so good.
was like, the Himes.
The Haim
This is
sisters
so
are in
like
it?
they'd be so young.
They were babies.
This is where Ella and Char have their first kiss, and he has a line that literally made Brooke melt next to me. He says, "Kiss me," which I got really nervous because I was
he was like, "Oh no!" And I said, "No, the sparkly noise didn't happen." And then
he says, "Kiss me." She starts to lean in, and he goes, "That wasn't a demand, you know."
and she goes, "I know."
Oh fuck,
You're kidding.
that's chemistry.
You're kidding.
Well,
Also, when he's like,
And
oh my God, sorry. I think you're about to talk about
go.
this too. But when he's like, wait, you can't leave. And she's like, okay, I'll stay. And then he's like, oh, I didn't mean to demand you. And then she's like, well, I gotta go. Like, it's nice to meet you. And then he's like, but I wish you would stay. Oh, and then she's like, well, if you wish, and it's not a demand. Like, oh, it's
And
so good.
she's so used to people ordering her around the whole life. So when someone does give her the respect and gives her autonomy,
Literally.
there we go.
She's like,
Ooh, and
She's got time
I'm in.
for that.
Yeah, I got time. I got
she's
another
got time
night.
for that. Yeah, sure. Which would have been, I think maybe this, and maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree here, maybe digging into the wrong thing. But it would have been maybe nice to have seen some kind of early relationship that she tried to get into, or some guy tried to, not take advantage of her, but like boss
Yeah.
her around. And that's why she has such an abrasion to Prince Char, other than politics.
Yeah.
She's political. But
Yeah,
that would have
that
been
could've been
very
good.
interesting to see.
That
But I
could've been
also
good.
think that this movie is a really great example of how to do the strong woman thing that the Disney remakes are really failing at doing.
Yes.
By like in every single iteration of them, just trying to give them more autonomy, but doing it really poorly.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing about this versus the new like live actions is that they weren't thinking about how do we say this thing. It was like about all the other stuff, And those things happen to be leaning towards more feminist ideals or more like liberal ideals in general. The whole concept of being obedient is in itself like a woman's issue that we've dealt with across generations. I feel like now they don't understand that, the people making the movies. So then what they're doing is just being like, oh, look, she can have a sword or whatever. We're not asking for a movie about men's stuff to be made with a woman. We're asking for you to comment on women's issues in a real way if you're gonna even touch on anything at all. Like, you need to be holding y'all's selves accountable for taking advantage of women, for putting women into these sexualized roles, for like making women feel unsafe, all these things that we deal with on the daily, that those are not the things that they're touching on in these movies. They're touching on, oh, I don't like wearing dresses or whatever. And it's just like, that's not the point, babes. Like, that is so far from what anybody's fighting for at this point, versus this is clearly coming from that heart space of we want to be heard and seen.
Yeah.
It's very see what I mean when I said like the best film critic?
Get out of here.
100%. No, I was thinking that the entire time she was talking to. Damn, all right.
Yeah, no, like she could tear up a dissertation.
Please.
Okay, we have a little bit more movie to get through.
Yes.
That's okay. I literally wrote stepmother getting Botox.
Literally, I love
did too.
it.
I wrote that. It was great.
Such a good little.
She's getting ready for the ball.
Yes.
She's getting ready for the ball. She's gonna get that Botox.
Botox.
Make me look 25. She says.
Yes. And then she looks insane. It's so good.
We cut to Prince Char and Ella are going back to the castle to go to the Hall of Records.
Oh yeah, can't find Lucinda anywhere.
Can't find Lucinda at the wedding.
She's out getting a FWI.
Yes.
Also, I love how everybody hates Lucinda. Everybody knows
Literally.
her. And everybody's like, Jesus Christ, that bitch. Like shut
she's
up.
Horrible.
She can go fuck off.
For real.
Everybody
knows this girl.
She has hurt somebody in every community.
For real, everybody knows somebody who's been cursed by her.
While they're going to see the Hall of Records, the stepsisters are touring the castle. They try to mob down Ella and Prince Char. They go and Prince Char is able to introduce Ella to King Edgar, who immediately has gotten his intel from Mr. Snake and is like, she is fucking weird.
Yeah.
Because he goes, hop onto it, and then they're like hopping.
Oh, and then he hops.
Yes.
He hops. I love it.
He's like, I don't get it.
He's
but
just
like
bored.
That's what Ella does.
So cute.
He loves it.
He's so fresh.
And the Ella gets the uncle.
The Ella.
the uncle pretty immediately is picking up on the vibes, scoops the stepsisters in, gets the skibby from them. You know, what's going on?
Oh yeah, with the promise of you get to marry Char, knowing that Char's not going to be around much longer in his plan. So
that's true. I never even considered that part.
Because the plan, of course,
he's like, I can say whatever I want to this girl because I'm not going to see this bitch ever again after Char's dead.
False promises.
True.
Because of course the plot that now Edgar is going to pull is he is going to command Ella at midnight tonight to murder the sweet prince.
After we've found out that he's going to propose, the prince is going to propose to Ella.
Yes.
He's in love. They've had 3 days, which is even longer than a lot of the fairy tales. So they're doing great.
Exactly.
They've had a whole lifetime.
They really have. They've lived so much.
They've lived so much life. So
Ella is frantic. She runs to the fairy rehab that Lucinda should be at. They kicked Lucinda out.
It's not even a rehab. It's a retirement home.
Oh my goodness.
It's so crazy.
Which is so funny because I'm like, how old are they?
Yeah.
Like, I know fairies probably don't age, but like, And then they're like, you don't want to see her, girl. Be lucky. And Ella's like, girl, I need to see her.
I'm going to do something bad to somebody I really love. She writes a breakup note. Basically, it's like, I can't be with you. She thinks if she ties herself, locks herself against a tree, that she'll be able to resist it. And that is where, for some reason, out of nowhere, Lucinda finally drops it.
Literally.
You know what? And
do you think she just willed her to be there? Like, I feel like, I don't know.
I just believe that, you know how there are just some people who just show up in your life sometimes and you're like, what the hell are you doing here?
It's like, okay, we've hit our breaking point, so you have to see her now. The universe is like, all right.
Exactly. Or this bitch is just so drunk that she just crash landed.
Yeah, and it was just really lucky.
Her solution, of course, is not to reverse. She doesn't do give backs. She decides, I'm going to unlock you from the tree. I'm going to give you a new dress. And girl, you got to get yourself to the ball. And Anne Hathaway is playing it so well, where she's like, no! And she's holding on to the tree. And she's like trying not to walk. She's
so good at that.
She's an incredible physical actress.
She's so
incredible.
And when she gets into the hall and she's dragging the table.
Oh my god, yes.
It's
so good.
She's trying her best to stay away from the prince and hold on to genuinely anything.
Also, the way he is so in love. He's literally just like, all right, oh, you're here, perfect, let's go. Like, what? I'm obsessed. But also him dancing with Hattie, I think that's the older sisters. What are we doing, sir? There are so many other girls there. He's like, I had to dance with Hattie. No, you didn't. No, you did not, buddy. Like, Edgar didn't even tell him, like, oh, you have to go dance with her. Like, he truly just chose to do that. For the bit.
Maybe for the bit.
He was so mad at Ella for the note. He's like, all right, well, I'm gonna dance with Hattie.
Well, that's an interesting little, like, mirror situation where the prince just kind of does what he's told and he just believes what people say to him.
That's so true.
And he has all the opportunity to actually have agency. He just kind of doesn't put in any of the work or the effort. So he just lets everybody dictate who he's going to dance with that night, you know, what his politics are. I haven't made up my mind about politics yet, you know. And that's why I'm the best film critic.
That is very
There you go.
So the prince takes Ella into a mirror, a room of mirrors, which I read was the like most difficult thing to film because they couldn't. Those were real. Yeah.
But genius. It's
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
It's so
and it works in the story because they're hugging. She's crying and she pulls out a knife to stab him, and at the last minute, he sees it right as she breaks her curse by resisting the urge to fucking kill him. He catches a whiff of it in the mirror and is like, whoa,
like terrifying.
He's very easily, very quickly convinced. Again, a man with no agency by his own choice. He's very easily convinced that she's actually a part of a plot to kill him from the ogres and the giants and the elves.
Yeah, because
Slannon has now rounded up the troops, and they're like, "Oh yeah, all this was a ruse."
Yeah, Edgar is very quick on his feet, as many evil people are, and is able to be like, "Oh well, yeah, this was this, and now they're all coming to storm the castle, and oh, it's gonna be horrible, and this is why I make sure that they're slaves." Like. Yeah. Literally tied up every loose end for himself in that moment because of how it happened, basically.
She goes to prison, but luckily Slannon and the gang kind of break her out.
Yeah.
Slannon is, now her lawyer.
So funny.
They use Benny to figure out that Edgar is going to poison the prince's crown. So at coronation, the prince is going to put on a crown that will render him poisoned.
Yeah, I don't really understand. That's the one thing there are a few things in the movie that I'm like, oh, that just makes me go,
It's
I don't
so
understand this.
cartoon.
It's so
I feel like
cartoony.
It's very
genuinely the moments like that, I feel like are in there because they were like, dang, this is pretty adult. Like the themes of this and everything are like pretty heavy. We need to
True.
make something so goofy, like a poisoned crown that
Yes.
like doesn't even end up killing who it is intended to kill, and no killing occurs. It's like so weird.
Right.
Ella and the gang break into the coronation and put an end to that
Right before
the
crown
poison
is on.
crown is placed. And this is where we get the full-on action sequence of the movie.
Love.
Where the snake
Love this action sequence.
releases a bunch of red guards, like stormtroopers.
Yes.
Big
Great.
fight scene. Everybody's explaining everything to
That part reminded me of Santa Claus, the Santa Claus movies, because they have like the elves that are like the SWAT team. I don't know why, just seeing the red things like drop down, I was like, oh, we're in the Santa Claus.
Well, yes.
I mean,
well, yes.
they kind of have their own Bernard in this movie.
Yes, like come on.
Oh, very true, very true.
Same universe,
yeah,
for sure.
I love the fight where Ella and Shar are fighting and they're having a argument or explaining things back and forth.
And they're like, duck.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for that shit.
Oh, and then we get Benny as a real person. We did it.
Turns into a pumpkin first.
Turns into a pumpkin.
Then real.
Yep. Then real
And he's
person.
throwing hands
He
like a motherfucker.
That was a crazy move.
Great.
Yeah, then they get Edgar to reveal his plot.
Yep.
He's kind of like, you can't believe this, and then the snake tries to bite Char. All the fangirls see it,
literally
attack the snake, and then they're like, you like the snake, then we're
which I'm like, again, how did we not realize with the snake bestie that this man is so suspicious?
They said he tried to kill Char.
Get him! He goes, that was the face. That was the face on the snake that made me laugh so hard, because he goes like, what?
Could not be accomplished through a puppet at
no,
all. I
it
forgive
was
it
definitely
for that.
worth it. Yeah. Yeah.
And Edgar gets swept up in his own hubris.
Yeah, and literally
puts on the
forgets,
crown that he poisoned,
which I
Bro.
love.
Very gay.
Yeah, very gay. Needed all the jewels on him.
Needed all the jewels. What the heck, dude?
What that guy? But then
Sick
he doesn't
transition.
even die. So
Now we're at the wedding, and we
We're
get
at the
a
wedding.
musical number.
Yeah.
To what song was that? Does anybody remember?
Don't Go Breaking My Heart
Go
by
Breaking
Elton
Don't Go Breaking
John.
My Heart. Yeah.
So
Well,
good.
quick thing before we jump into this musical number, because it's probably the greatest thing about this movie, but also I found it disappointing rewatching it a little bit. But 1 second, I completely forgot to mention the framing device of this movie, which
The narrator?
is the narrator Eric Idle, who is
Yes.
of Monty Python fame,
Literally
showing
so
up.
good.
and he has a few great like I'm about to curse lines, but then he goes, "Well, I'm not gonna
Yes.
curse,"
Which
It's
is
so
Witches,
fun.
and like
Yes.
the way he's used in every single shot that he's in is just so good. Like when he's the
So
portrait
great.
artist all of a sudden, and then he's delivering the mail at the beginning, like so cute.
So fun. But he introduces the wedding and
Yes.
the song. He says, "Oh, we have to end it in song, of course." And Hugh Dancy does not sing this. Do you know who does, Brooke?
No.
No.
Who is it?
It is Jesse McCartney.
Period.
He is the singing voice of Shar.
Oh my god, that's iconic. That's so
It's
funny. Of
great,
course.
great.
I sent you a
Oh, wait,
picture.
talk about
I sent you a picture, but I learned that Ella Enchanted features many just hidden faces in the backgrounds of shots.
Oh.
Um,
Oh.
so you can look this up online. You can find this. They like use like a bridge to make like the silhouette profile of a woman. They use in the book. There's like patterns of the text. There's supposedly one in the tree that she locks herself up in, but you apparently need like a good quality stream of the movie to actually be able to see that. But I just feel like we keep circling back to like there was so much thought put into this movie.
Yeah, so many details.
Yeah. In that way, it reminds me a lot of Wicked, where they blended the practical effects and the CGI so well together.
Yeah, 100%.
And their little references and nods to the original Wizard of Oz aren't annoying. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about this musical number at the end, and then we can.
This musical number. Let me get the bad thing out of the way first.
Yes.
I can't hear them dancing. I can't hear them dancing. They're shifting around. They're doing some amazing movement. And and not to bring the Wicked thing up again, when you think back to what is this feeling, one of the greatest things about how that song is produced in the film is you're getting all of the sound effects of their hands across the fabric, or the books, or they're walking, or the utensils, and we don't get any of that here. And it feels kind of empty a little bit.
Yeah, that's so true. I definitely never noticed that, but it is a giant group of people making no noise while they're dancing, which is crazy.
However, the dancing is so good. This is such a fun number.
It's so short. I want it to be longer. Like, I was literally like, oh no, it's over whenever it ended. And I don't even know if it is like long, and I just wanted more, but like, it's so good. Everybody is having so much fun, and the choreo is so cute. Like, it is so good.
I think if anything, this number made me gay.
Yes. You said,
because I was like, oh wait, we need more musical numbers at the ends of films.
I need to hear them dancing.
You haven't said it on the pod, but when we were talking over FaceTime and you asked Brooke what movie she would pick as the first one, and she said Ella Enchanted, like the first thing you said was, well, Ella Enchanted invented cunt.
Literally facts.
Which is a great way to
did he lie?
And the film ends.
And the film ends.
So let's talk about the costumes, because I think they are simultaneously the best and the worst things about this.
Literally agreed, honestly. But
and that is what makes it cunty.
Like for instance, Ella's dress that Lucinda poofs her into is such a costume. Like, it's very beautiful, but it looks like a costume, not a ball gown dress. And I thought about it because I was like, wow, that's really pretty. I want to like get one like that or something. And then I was like, oh, I like saw it closer and I was like, oh, I could just make that and it would look about the same. But then her dress for her wedding, when she has the little mini, if there's anyone that happens to listen to this podcast that makes clothing, Kestrel, I don't know if you happen to listen to this. Please, God, make me that dress. I'll pay you money. I want it so bad.
The way she threw that back, and then her sleeves rolled out, and oh my God, it gagged everyone. The reveal,
literally the reveal. I'm done. Literally so good.
Okay, we're done talking about the plot of this movie.
Yes,
it ends with a beautiful number.
Literally.
Going backwards, just talking about costumes real quick. The fan club, they're wearing these like very long skirts.
Yes.
And they put on these t-shirts. And it looks like a bunch of Gen Z girls who are like walking around with their matchas now.
I noticed that in the when they were touring the castle, because they were wearing like the tie-dye skirt, and I was like, wait, what's going on? Because I was like, hold on. They could have easily just had a solid long like a Renaissance looking skirt. Like, I don't understand. I feel like they were trying to do that thing that I was talking about where they're like incorporating the early 2000s teen vibe.
Yes, very
But I'm like,
much.
you already did that with the vibes of the characters, with having a mall, having an escalator scene, having all these little moments that are fun and well done, that makes it like, oh wow, this is great that they intertwined it. But then doing that cheapens it so much, like overall, because then it's just like, wait, now I'm like out of it. Now I'm what time period are we in?
There's very much Party City vibes from a few of these costumes. Like Lucinda's costume, I've seen that. I've seen that at Party City before.
Literally.
Yeah, that's how I felt about King Edgar. I was like, I was trying to figure out if I thought the goatee was fake, partially real, if it was just super dyed.
It was definitely there.
Probably all of the above.
Yeah, literally all of the above.
A little bit of movie magic. Yeah. Are there any other costumes you wanted to call out, Brooke? I know you're big into fashion.
I feel like Ella's like original, like her main costume that she wears, the blue skirt with the little belty thing. It's really cute. I think the costume's fine, but the belt gives Party City, and it's such a cute little addition that you watch the whole movie that is just like, oh dang, like it just looks a little cheap. But I don't know, like the elf costumes were great, and like I mean the giants are just wearing normal clothes. Some of them are wearing normal clothes, some of them are wearing like medieval stuff. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Heidi Klum is literally wearing,
in like a mini skirt, like yeah. But she's hot. She's the hot giant.
Yeah, she's Okay, Brooke, does this movie hold up in your opinion?
Oh yeah, I really think it does so much. Like there's so many layers that you can find as an adult that I didn't see. And you know, there's certain things that are like, you know, oh, it looks a little silly or whatever, but like a lot of stuff looks so bad nowadays that I don't even think about that. Like for a period of time there was a bit of time where I could look at a movie and say, oh, that's bad CGI, so that means it's old and like kind of bad. But now, because of the like new CGI stuff, like Marvel, for example, like the newer movies, they look so bad. So it's like, I don't care anymore because we're just done. Like, I think we're just done making things look good unless they're practical. So, you know, it just is what it is. But I think, you know, a lot of it is very relevant today, and the themes I definitely think did impact who I am as a person and how I think. And like, I don't know, there's a lot of movies that I'm sure contributed to that, and like just, you know, people I've known. But I do think like seeing it now, I'm like, oh my gosh, like that is genuinely how I like talk about things or whatever. Like even just them talking about the ogre politics, the ogre side or whatever, and I'm just like, oh yes, like it's just interesting, and I think it's good for all ages, you know.
Oh, 100% agree.
Do you think if this movie came out today, it would like ignite America on fire?
Yes. This would inspire the masses.
This would be the thing that tips everybody over the edge of like, they're pushing this shit down our kids' throat.
No, I think people would be like, oh wow. I think people would still like it today. Like I do.
I think so too. I think it would be a sleeper hit, kind of like unfortunate, for better or worse, like Greatest Showman. I think this has like that kind of potential to just be released and people are like, oh, you should go see this. It's fun. It's nice. It's good to see.
Absolutely.
That is not an endorsement of The Greatest Showman, that awful piece of garbage movie anyway.
I was like, do I not know Will's opinion about Greatest Showman? I thought you were a stan person.
Yeah. No. And on Reel It In, we like to ask, what movie would you pair this with for a double feature?
I think I'm gonna stick to my initial instinct, which was Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Because that's great vibes. They feel like the same movie in certain ways. Like but not at all at the same time. So it's like you're not rewatching the same thing or retelling or something like that, but it's just like this could happen in the same moment in history or whatever. Like, you know. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree. Tucker, what about you?
Okay, I was initially gonna say hoodwinked.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yes,
you remember
I
hoodwinked?
thought about that too. Yes.
Because I was like, that's more about like the Aesop's fables as opposed to fairy
Mhm.
tales. Not gonna say hoodwinked anymore. My new answer is Star Wars Episode 2: Attack of the Clones. Same CGI issues. You have your
Said,
soft boy prince.
Tucker, what the actual hell are you talking about?
Look, this is just the movie was giving Star Wars prequels to me a little bit, especially towards the end with that big fight scene. I was gonna say Phantom Menace because it's got the great wardrobe with
Oh my god.
Princess Padme Amidala, but I decided that's not what I was gonna go with.
That's
I wanted to go
not-
with the romantic arc between Anakin and Padme.
Jesus Christ.
What about
Okay.
you?
Okay.
What would you double feature this with, Will? And let's see
Oh,
if
boy,
I'm
wait, oh.
gonna say that was weird.
I'm gonna double feature Ella Enchanted with A Knight's Tale.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're very back to back. I think that it would be a fun, irreverent fairy tale modernization of a classic story.
Both
Sure.
feature Queen songs.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's like We Will
Super
Rock You
great.
is in A Knight's Tale, Somebody to Love,
Yes.
and Ella Enchanted. That really is the boy and girl.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Totally. Do you have a favorite needle drop from this movie, Brooke?
I don't know if I do. I'm not good at like hearing the
Remembering
songs.
songs.
Yeah. Like I
Do
feel
you want
like
me
they
to
set
list
the
them?
mood. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Don't Go Breaking My Heart, True to Your Heart, Walking on Sunshine, You Make Me Feel Like Dancing, Respect, Strange Magic, Somebody to Love, Once Upon a Broken Heart, and Let Me Entertain You.
Well, I mean, I do love Don't Go Breaking My Heart. That one's just so good.
Yeah.
But I feel like other than that, the only one that I actually remember like is Strange Magic because that one's just so good.
I was gonna say Strange Magic.
Yeah.
I just think that's like a really good cover.
Yeah.
It's great. It's such a good one. I really like the Respect needle drop.
When is that?
Even though it's Kelly Clarkson, it's when she's going to get the
poison ivy.
The poison ivy.
Oh yeah.
I really like that needle drop.
That's good.
Is there a song that you would put in this movie, like a needle drop that you want in this movie?
Honestly, no. I feel like it's so like I love the music that they use.
Yeah, it's classic. It's classic. Tucker?
Linkin Park. No. If this was made today, there's like 5 different Sabrina Carpenter songs that could apply to the movie.
Yeah.
But the one that just like
it's true.
Is the freshest for me would be like Man Child.
That would be
because there's like 5 different points you could apply that song.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
That
definitely. I love the idea of a Sabrina Carpenter needle drop in this movie.
Yeah.
A Sabrina Carpenter jukebox musical in the vein of Ella Enchanted.
I feel like she would be in.
We're trying. She'd be 100% in. She's making a movie. She's going to be Alice in Alice in Wonderland, a new Alice in Wonderland musical.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
We make Ella Enchanted for Alice in Wonderland.
That's like, that would be perfect.
Be great.
What's your needle drop?
All right. Oh, I don't know.
You don't get to get out of it.
I really want like a shake your groove thing. Like, you know, that needle drop somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would also be a really good song to replace Don't Go Breaking My Heart at the end. like
Yeah.
a classic disco number,
Yeah,
you
that would
know?
be fun.
And I think that it goes with their dance moves too a little bit more, even though I love the
Yes.
choreography.
Make that edit.
So
Hell
make
yeah.
that edit, baby.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Brooke, thank you so much for bringing us Ella Enchanted. This was so much fun.
Yes, it was.
I definitely think we're all catching this movie, right? We don't
Yeah.
catch or toss these favorites, but
Yeah.
it's definite catch.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you should catch it too, listener.
It does get added. It's the first entry in the big leather book of
Mhm.
best films of all time.
Yeah.
Ella
Ella
Enchanted,
number one.
number one. It's
one.
in there.
We'll find out. We'll find out what number 2 is in 2 more weeks when we interview our
Yay.
next friend, our next real friend. But next week, join us for a new release episode on Wicked for Good. I think we're all really excited for Wicked for Good.
Yes.
Maybe we can bring Brooke on.
Cautiously optimistic.
Brooke
I
back.
better
Maybe we'll
have
have
a
to bring Brooke
feature.
on for a double time.
Feature.
Oh, yeah. A feature. No, you definitely will. Definitely will. But until then, be sure to follow us on all social media. We are at Reel It In Pod on TikTok and Instagram. We are also on YouTube and on every podcast platform of choice. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, do all those things.
You don't have anything to lose.
And you don't have anything to lose. And until next time, watch your favorite movie again.
Yes.
Watch your favorite movie.
Bye.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.